A grandmother died and left her house to her granddaughter instead of leaving it to her own kids. And that sparked a feud that led to murder. Let's talk about it. This case is going viral. Everyone is talking about it. And the reason is because people have different opinions on why this lady was killed. And I'm telling you, my perspective is going to be unique because I haven't heard anyone else talk about this angle. So let's get started. Julia Anderson, a 39-year-old woman, was murdered while she entered her car in the Bronx. Now, Miss Anderson worked for over 10 years, taking care of people with developmental disabilities. And she was coming from work, getting into her car, and someone came by and shot her multiple times in the stomach. So when they look into what really happened and why this lady was killed and targeted, they found out that she had a family feud actively going on. So let me take you back to when her grandmother died in 2023. So grandmother passed away and she left the house to Julia. Now Julia is her granddaughter and the grandmother had at least 2 kids. Julia's mother, her name is Beverly Patterson, and Julia's uncle, his name is Michael Foster. Now, when the grandmother passed away and left the house to Julia, all hell broke loose because the uncle thought it was unfair that his mother didn't leave the house to him. And he was wondering, why would she leave it to her granddaughter instead? So he filed a petition saying that Julia forged the grandmother's signature in order to steal the house from him. So the cops came and arrested Julia. Soon after, they had to release her because there was no evidence that she did anything that was illegal. She didn't forge anybody's signature. The grandmother just left the house to her. And that shocked both her mother, Beverly Patterson, and her uncle, Michael Foster. So the house the grandmother left was located in Mount Vernon in the Bronx, New York. Everyone is living in that house. Julia is living there, her mother is living there, and her uncle is also living there. The cops did some investigation and quickly found out that the uncle was the one who killed his own niece. And they went and searched the house and found semi-automatic weapons in his possession. So Michael Foster, her uncle, he should not have had weapons because he was a convicted felon. In 1988, he was convicted in the manslaughter of Calvin Reed. And Calvin Reed was the father of former NFL player Ray Rice. So the big debate in this case is about why would her uncle kill her? And everybody's assuming that her uncle killed her because she did something to him. And I'm telling you, the reason why the uncle killed her is because he was jealous that he lost rights to that house. Because if the house was passed down to him, he could have sold that house, and the house is probably worth $1 million. Okay, in the Bronx, New York, those houses are expensive. And that's a multifamily home. So he thought that he lost out on his inheritance. But let me tell you something. Just because your mother died or your father died doesn't mean whatever they have is going to be left to you. Sometimes you have kids and they don't treat you good. They're not good kids. They don't call you. They don't look out for you. So when you're thinking about who you're going to leave your assets to, usually you don't want to leave it to the kids that has not been there for you. And I think that's exactly what happened in this case. The mother was not fond of her son or her daughter. And I am sure her granddaughter, Julia Anderson, is the one who was looking out for that grandmother, is the one who was there for her, caring for her. And that's the reason the grandmother decided to leave the house to the granddaughter. And that's not far-fetched because look at your own family structure and you would see that there are some people in your family that don't care about you. It could be your kids, it could be your cousin, it could be your aunt, your uncle. All families, everybody don't like each other. And you would see that sometimes, you get to a certain age and your kids don't even call you anymore. You're the one that got to call them. You got to beg them to come and see you and spend time with you. And when you have kids like that, who wants to leave things for kids like that? I mean, some parents have actually left the inheritance to strangers, to the nanny, to their pets, to the caretakers. Some of them have left everything they own to charity, to the church. And the reason they do that is because their own flesh and blood, their own family don't even look out for them. Yet, they expect you to leave everything you work hard for them. And it's very sad that Julia, she spent her life taking care of disabled people. And I guarantee you, she used a lot of her time looking after her grandmother. And that's the exact reason the grandmother left the house to her. And that act caused her demise, which is very sad and very unfortunate. Michael Foster, this guy is a criminal, a murderer. And this is not his first time. He was convicted and he knew he shouldn't be having any weapons. And he went and still purchased weapons illegally. So now he wanted that house so bad, he went and killed his niece, thinking once the niece is dead, he's going to get the house. But, you know, criminals, they're not smart. He's going to spend the rest of his life in jail. Julia, she's gone. There's no helping her now, right? And guess who's the winner in all of this? Julia's mother is now going to inherit that house and all of Julia's assets. Let me tell you something about this case that I observed. Julia's mother was interviewed by a television station and they asked her what was on her mind. And her mother started to laugh. Now let me show you the clip of her so you can see what I mean. Because I feel like that mother did not love Julia. Because if that was my son or my daughter and I just heard that they were murdered, I would be sad. I definitely wouldn't be smiling. I wouldn't be laughing. I feel like there was animosity between Julia, her mother, and her uncle. And they both were mad that she inherited that house. And Michael, he decided to kill her. And her mother, she didn't really care. Because there's no way she would have been smiling in this video. Let me show this video to you right now.
What's going through your head right now?
Well, I just took 2 Tylenol because I didn't feel too well. I just feel kind of, I don't know how to describe it.
So yeah, that's really despicable. And it's unfortunate that this lady now is going to inherit everything. But let me know what you think about this case. Because a lot of people are trying to frame Michael Foster like he's some good person because he didn't get what he was supposed to inherit, that he had a right to kill Julia. I find like the moral fabric in this world is going down really fast. A lot of people are endorsing murder, and I don't understand it. But Julia, she did not deserve to be killed. What goes around will come back around. You know, Michael Foster, he's going to get what's due to him when he go to prison. And karma is going to get her mother because what happened to her is really unjust. And you know, before she died, Julia filed a civil rights lawsuit against the Westchester County. She wanted them to be held accountable for arresting her unjustly because they took the word of her uncle without even investigating. How do you arrest someone and then investigate afterwards? So he's alleged fraud. He's alleging that she forged the deed to get the house in her name. But what the cops should have done was do an investigation, and if they found that that's what really happened, then they arrest her. And if not, then they don't arrest her. But they went and arrested her first and then did the investigation. So that's why she was filing a civil lawsuit against them. Let me know what you think about this case. It's crazy because everyone is talking about it. Put your comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.